If it wouldn't have been for Channel 4, and I'm very serious, I wouldn't even pay no attention to it, you know? So I just sort of stayed a little bit longer to let it go by.
Well, cleanup and damage surveys are underway tonight throughout Ohio after a severe storm system came through this morning, spawning multiple tornadoes.
The National Weather Service has confirmed at least 4 tornadoes in the Columbus and Dayton areas, one in Madison County, one near Blacklick in Franklin County. It crossed over into Licking County, one in Hillyard and one in Clark County. And we do have team coverage for you tonight. NBC4's Isabel Cleary is in Licking County, where neighbors are cleaning up. But
let's begin with Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Dave Mazza. Dave, the National Weather Service has been on the ground throughout the day.
Yeah, and they've got one more tornado that they've been watching the remnants from over in Greene and Montgomery counties this evening. We'll get a number on that probably tomorrow. But again, incredible morning that we had outside. Temperatures surged well out ahead of this system into the mid to upper 60s. We had tornado warnings across the city and then quickly pushed off towards the east. And behind it, we have seen an incredible drop in temperatures throughout the day today from our record high at 66 early this morning back into the 30s now with quiet conditions on the radar. So if you have to get out and about this evening, you're just going to want that winter coat, something that'll keep you warm because the winds are still up, dropping wind chills into the teens at this hour, and they're not going to get much better the rest of the night. Now, the winds will start to relax, but temperatures are going to continue to fall as we'll drop down to about 27 by 11 p.m. tonight. We'll see numbers back in the lower 20s to start the day. We'll track how long this cool spell will last and look ahead to when some 60s and even some 70s could return in your most accurate forecast.
Okay, we'll see you in just a bit. Thanks. This morning, storms also knocked out power in several areas. Crews with AEP Ohio have been out all day working to restore electricity. This is a live look at the outage map. You can see there are still a few hundred customers without power at this hour. AEP says most of those outages should be resolved later tonight, but some people in harder hit areas may be left in the dark until early tomorrow morning. And people are picking up the pieces in Licking County after a tornado blew through that area. NBC4's Isabel Cleary has been talking with neighbors along one road who say they came together to try to clean up the mess that was left behind. And Isabel, what are you seeing at this hour?
Yeah, Colleen, as soon as you turn down Graham Road in Pataskala, you can see the damage. Trees like this one right here are uprooted, and people have been cleaning up the damage all day. A barn was destroyed with pieces ending up all down the road. Trees are down all over yards, pieces of sheds have been ripped off, and you can see homes missing parts of roofs. Neighbors I spoke with say family and friends have come together to help the entire street clean up the mess. For one man, the wind flipped over his camper that he says he had just paid off yesterday, and he even had a tree come through his roof.
Well, it came through the roof. It got me in the arm a little bit. Nothing bad, but you know, I mean, it was pretty wild. It was an experience, one that I don't want to go back through.
Some people I spoke with do say they have power back right now, but others say they don't expect to get it back until the morning. Local for you in Licking County, I'm Isabel Cleary, NBC4.
Isabel, thanks. Near Hillyard, an EF1 tornado struck near Roberts Road. One house had its garage, the entire garage, look at this right here, just torn off right there. A lot of damage to clean up. It blew into the house next door and is now in pieces scattered in the yard. Just down the street, trees were ripped from the ground. Homes had siding and fences torn apart. Neighbors are now working to help each other clean up.
Well, the main thing is that nobody's hurt. You know, everything else is just stuff. You know, from our point of view, the way the house was shaking, we feel pretty lucky that this is all that happened, because in the moment, the possibility was that the whole house would get destroyed, and that didn't happen.
Thank goodness. Construction crews have also been by the area to start fixing damage.
Governor DeWine toured parts of Springfield Township in Clark County today that were also hit hard by this morning's severe weather. He took a look at the damage. He talked to affected residents and asked what, if anything, they need from the state. The storm caused several houses in that area to collapse. It snapped trees and power lines, even trapped some people inside their homes. The governor recounted what one family told him about the moment the storm hit.
They just told us that they didn't know anything. They were asleep, and then boom, it just hit. So, you know, it's very, very traumatic. you know, they have a very good attitude, and they said, look, we're both alive, and we've got a place to stay tonight. And they're, you know, trying to salvage there what they can salvage.
And Governor DeWine says he is weighing whether to issue a disaster declaration for the areas impacted by the tornadoes.
Several buildings at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base also suffered damage this morning. Restoration Hangar 4 and some of the fighter jets that were on display have heavy damage. No one was hurt. Wright-Patterson leaders are working to restore full operations at the base. The engineering team is also conducting security checks. When severe weather strikes, you can count on Storm Team 4 to keep you informed with Central Ohio's most accurate forecast. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the Storm Team 4 weather app or search NBC4 WX in your app store.